guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024
Stop everything you're doing because Caitlin Clark just kicked off the year with one of the biggest interviews of her career. The basketball superstar and face of the WNBA joined Jason and Travis Kelce on the New Heights podcast as their first major guest of the year, and she did not hold back. From talking about her incredible rise to stardom and the pressure that comes with being one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, to sharing personal stories, career reflections, and some surprisingly honest opinions, Clark gave fans a rare look into her life beyond the court.
Guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah.
Throughout the conversation, she came across as confident, humble, and completely authentic, proving once again why she has become one of the most influential figures in sports today.
Appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this is at the top of my list, so.
We made it. The Kelce brothers wasted no time setting the stage, kicking off the show with their signature humor.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I feel like you're kind of like Wayne Gretzky for basketball right now.
Gretzky.
The amount. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless. It is. Yeah, we had to limit it to this list just to get the show started.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And with several memorable moments that quickly got fans talking, this interview turned into much more than just a casual podcast appearance, but that was only the beginning. As the interview continued, Caitlin opened up about several topics that fans have been curious about for months.
And I guess of all these accolades, that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
that's a good answer.
Nobody
Love
talks
that
about
answer
that.
from mom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, they're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. Comes with having fun. And
with the pressure of becoming one of the biggest names in sports to discussing what's next in her career, she gave thoughtful answers that showed just how much she's grown over the last few years. There was even one comment she made that immediately got basketball fans debating online, proving that whenever Caitlin speaks, people pay attention. The conversation started off with the classic New Heights energy as Jason and Travis Kelce welcomed Caitlin with plenty of jokes and playful banter.
Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of like all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player, so. Yeah. And it's cool as a woman, like they haven't had many females on the cover too, so for women's sports it's kind of special, but you know, just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
The chemistry was obvious right away. Instead of feeling like a formal interview, it felt more like three sports fans sitting around sharing stories. That relaxed atmosphere allowed Caitlin to be herself, which made some of her answers even more interesting. When the conversation shifted toward her accomplishments, the numbers were almost hard to believe.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason.
You can apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show. Where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs
season at Iowa. Caitlin shattered record after record, and her rookie season in the WNBA somehow became even more historic. She broke dozens of.
I think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like we were.
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of
records, collected countless awards, and completely changed the visibility of women's basketball. Her list of achievements has become so extensive that it feels impossible to summarize in a single conversation. Despite all those accomplishments, one of the most meaningful topics for Caitlin involved.
What was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like that was his guy. Yeah.
What a guy.
So
he was the chief.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously,
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheat.
Arrowhead's not too bad.
Named an academic All-American and explained how much that recognition meant to her family.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least
Love
have. I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
While fans often focus on points, assists, and highlight plays, her family has always emphasized education and personal growth.
Oh, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching, but that's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but you know, we would be watching the Chiefs and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, you know, usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching.
Parents were of that achievement clearly meant a lot to her. Caitlin explained that she never entered the game chasing records or awards. Her focus has always been on improving, competing, and enjoying basketball. The records simply became a result of the work she was already putting in. When asked about some of her favorite accomplishments, she spoke less about statistics and more about the experiences and memories that came along with them. One of the most impressive parts of the interview was her humility. Even when discussing major honors like being recognized among the most influential athletes in the world, Caitlin consistently redirected attention toward the growth of women's sports.
first recruiting letter in 7th grade?
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah, so at the time, like...
That's insane.
It's insane.
Were you
It's
playing
honestly-
with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like, where college, like, recruitment has kind of gone. It's just insane. But also,
I got you.
I feel very fortunate. Like, my parents were just, like, they told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They, like, wanted me to be in 7th grade and,
cool.
like, enjoy middle school and, like, hang out
yeah.
with your friends. Like, you shouldn't
That's
be
cool.
worrying
I
about where
love
you're going
that.
to college.
I love that.
She emphasized that these accomplishments are bigger than any one player and represent how far the game has come over the last few years. The mood became lighter when the conversation turned toward football.
So I didn't really take any visits until, like, after my freshman year of college, and then I didn't decide until my senior year. So I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of, like, make sure, you know, I have a good circle around me. Like, it wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't, like, posting my offers. Like, also, that wasn't really...
Proudly talked about being a longtime Kansas City Chiefs fan and shared memories of following the team growing up.
Wow. I mean, it had to be close to when you were growing up. I mean,
Yeah, it was close. Like, people were starting to do it. Like, post, like, oh, I got an offer from here. I got an offer from here.
and especially in basketball.
Now it's all you see on social media. It's, like, only people talk about. It's crazy. But obviously, times have changed, too. But...
Oh, times have changed.
Yeah, it's 7th grade was wild. And I was playing up like 2 years, so I was playing with high schoolers. But yeah, I didn't really like think anything of it. Like, I was just going out there and hooping and having fun. And
Naturally, having Travis Kelce sitting across from her made those stories even more entertaining, and the friendly back and forth created some of the funniest moments of the interview. Listening to Caitlin talk about sports in general reminded everyone that she's not just a basketball player. She's a genuine fan. Whether discussing memorable Chiefs games, favorite athletes, or unforgettable sports moments, her enthusiasm was obvious.
and like, you come in as a rookie, and like you said, like, you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like, you don't want to say too much, you don't want to say too little, and it's just so hard. But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like, you're already highly thought of. Like, people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like, you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on, is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to...
Side of her personality that fans don't always get to see, that led to one of the funniest exchanges of the entire podcast. As a devoted Chiefs fan, Caitlin couldn't resist making a special request to Travis Kelce. The conversation quickly turned into playful joking, and the chemistry between all three guests made it feel like friends talking rather than a formal interview.
Not knowing you nailed it.
Yeah.
Well,
But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me too, so I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team too, so like, people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge, and that goes for whatever professional sport. Like, you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like, you got to perform and like be.
Chiefs fandom, it became clear that this wasn't something new because of her celebrity status. She genuinely
love Aaliyah Boston pouring into this young rookie. It's supposed to be hard. This is an adjustment period, and Aaliyah making sure that her rookie knows we have.
Grew up supporting the team and following their success long before they became one of the NFL's biggest dynasties.
To get ahead of it, because I know this transition is tough. Just being undrafted and being a rookie, it's very unlikely that a vet, just take you in when you got the same position.
Passion for Kansas City football was completely authentic. Eventually, the conversation shifted back to basketball, and Caitlin reflected on how early her journey really started.
Eardrum popped and like ruptured, and I knew it right away because I've done it before, and I was just like, it hurts so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
I've done it. How did you do it before? Can I guess?
I was guess. It was very Midwestern.
You did it in water. In water. Something
correct.
With water.
I got launched off a tube.
Why did you just get so excited? What are you, some brainiac?
That's how I did mine. I went off the diving board and tried to do as many flips as I could and smack my side of my head in the Heights High School swimming.
She spoke about playing against boys when she was younger, constantly challenging herself, and developing the competitive mindset that would later make her a superstar.
He was a male swim cadet, so he had to be
This wasn't during swim cadet. Don't put me on blast like that, Travis.
That's funny, but yeah, I got launched off a tube in the middle of a lake. I was like underwater. I'm like, am I okay?
That's some Midwest stuff right there.
But yeah, so that was my welcome.
Surprising revelations of the interview. She received her first college recruiting letter while still in 7th grade. Caitlin also gave a lot of credit to her parents for helping keep her grounded throughout her rise.
Like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
that's all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast. Like, as you guys know, like that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy. Like looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Even as basketball opportunities continued to grow, her family made sure she experienced a normal childhood and enjoyed the important moments that come with being a teen.
It just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And quickly started a new chapter of my life too, like moving here to Indianapolis, and feel lucky I'm still in the Midwest. I know you guys like the Midwest, so.
I've been in the Midwest my entire life. Jason's officially an East Coaster now.
Yeah, but Philly, of all the East Coast cities, kind of has like some Midwest feel to it.
It's the most west.
I don't think Philly wants to hear that. They'll probably hate that I said that, but whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to like that comment. They want to be far from the Midwest.
No doubt.
She clearly appreciates the balance they created. What stood out throughout the conversation was how mature Caitlin sounded despite still being so young. At only 22 years old, she already speaks with the perspective of someone who has experienced years of pressure, expectations, and public attention. It's one of the reasons so many people respect her beyond basketball. When discussing her rookie,
so why the NBA ratings would be down.
Honestly, like I feel like the average just like basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just like so good. Like that's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality, and people think it's gone soft, but I think that's also because the skill.
WNBA season, Caitlin explained how challenging it was to find the balance between fitting into a veteran team and still playing her natural game. She understood the importance.
What's great about basketball, like it's always evolving. Like it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like football is just, that's America's favorite thing. I think people should I love 3-point shooting. I love seeing guys just like launch threes, but not everybody loves that. So
importance of earning respect while also recognizing that she couldn't completely change who she was as a player. That balance helped.
Think about a 4-point line.
I love that. Let's do it.
That's
a great idea.
Genius. That is
genius. 4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get like just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing
good hockey
gloves?
style
So
fight?
nobody
2 minute
gets too
penalty
hurt.
box, then you can come back in. You don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
To navigate one of the most scrutinized rookie seasons in league history, she made sure to highlight the veterans and teammates who helped make that transition easy.
That's when I loved it. I think it should be East versus West. Like, that's true All-Stars. Like,
No doubt.
East versus West, battle it out.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be, but obviously not the commissioner. I'm on board for East versus West All-Stars. I think that's the whole point of it. That's why you're an All-Star. It's the best from the East versus the best from the West play each other.
Focusing entirely on her own success, Caitlin repeatedly praised the people around her for helping her adjust to the professional level. There's
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of any of these in-season tournaments that the NBA is doing.
Yeah. I was actually talking about this today.
How are you not? What is there to not be a fan of?
All the funky floors, and then there's tournaments, and they don't mean crap. Can we just play basketball? Can we just play basketball?
I'm getting like a migraine looking at the neon green floor.
Support, guidance, and leadership played a huge role in her development that naturally led to stories about teammates like Aaliyah Boston and Erica Wheeler.
Person on a tee box. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
Who would hit a person on a tee box?
Yeah, I know I can relate. Jason, I don't know if you played in enough pro-ams yet to hit anybody, but
the video that was going viral where I like completely topped it. So it's crazy. Like, we're playing like these long par threes that are like 200 yards. I'm like, I'm not good enough to hit a par three like 200 yards. Like, so I whip out my hybrid. I'm like teeing up my hybrid club. Just top it, like straight at fan to the left.
Been there.
But I think they dodged it.
Down the third base line.
But I nailed somebody on a different par three, like some woman, like right in the shoulder. Like
shoulder?
And I saw a TikTok like the next day, just like black welt on her arm.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just how
Caitlin reflected on how important it was to have experienced players encouraging her through difficult moments.
in golf or basketball.
That's hard. I think like golf makes me more mad because I'm not as good at it. Like I'm just like the average hack, and like you want to be good, like you're competitive, just like basketball or football. Like it's like, why am I not good at this? So, and it's like it's an individual sport, and we're used to team sports. So I think that's what pisses me off too. It's like it's all on me, and I know it's all my fault. So
I share your pain.
Games, they helped create an environment where she could learn, improve, and grow without feeling like she had to carry everything alone. The discussion then turned to her true welcome to the WNBA moment. Every great player has one, and Caitlin shared some funny stories about adjusting to the speed, physicality, and intensity of the professional game.
What would Caitlin Clark be doing? You said you were a marketing major. Would you have gone more into that world, or you think you would have jumped into something else?
Oh man, that's tough. I think if my basketball career would have ended, I still would have loved sports just because it was like such a huge part of my childhood and like what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe like try to work in like a front office of a sports organization or something like that. I think that would be cool. Not like the coaching side of it, but like the operations side and getting to do like free agency stuff. And
experiences helped shape her understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level. One thing that became obvious throughout the interview was the chemistry between Caitlin and the Kelce brothers. They weren't simply asking questions and moving on. They were sharing stories, joking around, and creating genuine conversations. That dynamic made the entire interview feel natural and entertaining. As the interview continued, Caitlin reflected on just how much her life had changed over the previous year. From sold-out arenas and national attention to new opportunities off the court, everything happened incredibly fast. Yet she seemed genuinely grateful for every part of the journey. She spoke openly about the highs and lows that came with her rapid rise to fame. Rather than pretending everything was perfect, Caitlin acknowledged the challenges while expressing gratitude for the people who helped her navigate those moments. It was one of the most sincere parts of the conversation. Then came one of the most talked about sections of the podcast. Caitlin shared her honest thoughts about NBA viewership and why she believes the league faces certain challenges. Whether people agreed with her or not, her willingness to give a direct answer immediately caught everyone's attention. She explained how sports continue to evolve and how every generation experiences the game differently. Instead of criticizing change, Caitlin emphasized that evolution is often necessary for growth. Her perspective showed a level of understanding that went beyond simply being an athlete. The conversation became even more entertaining when Caitlin, Jason, and Travis started brainstorming ways to make the NBA more exciting for fans. What began as a serious discussion quickly turned into a hilarious exchange of ideas and suggestions. Soon the trio found themselves discussing the NBA All-Star Game and some of the unusual concepts that have been introduced over the years. Their reactions created some genuinely funny moments as they debated what works and what doesn't. Not even the NBA's in-season tournament escaped the conversation. The group shared jokes, opinions, and playful criticism while discussing how leagues continue searching for new ways to keep fans engaged. The interview eventually shifted toward one of Caitlin's favorite hobbies away from basketball, golf. She shared several funny stories about her experiences on the course, creating another side of her personality that many fans rarely get to see. Jason then asked one of the best questions of the entire interview, focusing on Caitlin's famously competitive nature. Her answer perfectly captured who she is as an athlete. It was thoughtful, funny, and incredibly revealing all at the same time. Looking ahead, Caitlin discussed what life might look like beyond her playing career. With a background in marketing and a deep passion for sports, she talked about the different ways she could continue making an impact long after her playing days eventually come to an end. By the end of the interview, one thing became crystal clear. Caitlin Clark's influence extends far beyond basketball. Whether she was discussing family, competition, leadership, women's sports, or her future goals, she came across as thoughtful, humble, and incredibly driven. The conversation offered fans a deeper look into the person behind the superstar, and if this interview proved anything, it's that Caitlin Clark's impact on sports is only just beginning.